Hi guys, so this is me. I swear only the first bit of this is actually going to be done on my webcam, so you're going to have to stick with me. Um, my name's Michaela. I'm 18 years old. I live in Rockhampton. I'm a youth ambassador for the Inspire Foundation. Or reach out really, whatever you want. I'm also a photographer. I'm a lifeline phone counsellor in training, mental health awareness and support campaigner, a big sister. I'm a camera salesperson, a medical miracle, defier of the odds, and creator of the Mickey Factor, which is actually just like my own thing. So yeah, whatever. Um, I'm when I'm not being just this person that I am, I ride horses, which you really wouldn't guess just by looking at me. Um, I walk long distances for no apparent reason. I look at the small things in life and just pretty much study them just so I can get a greater perspective. I got involved with Reachout when I was in hospital for an eating disorder, which, like, by all rights, I should have died. I spent over 10 months in the hospital. 2 months of those I was pretty much on a deathbed. I don't know, I was randomly logging on to Reachout. I was playing games in the forums, no matter how stupid they actually seemed. I was communicating with people in a way I didn't feel was possible with my situation. I was isolating myself. I refused to talk to anyone because I didn't want to have a close relationship just in case I hurt them. Reach out to me meant I was able to seek support without admitting to anyone I needed it, which at the time I clearly did, but I wasn't accepting it. Logging onto the website, I didn't feel so guilty because I knew I wasn't the only one who felt like I did. I decided to become a youth ambassador once I had recovered. I felt like I wanted to give back to the community, which helped me through so much. I went to Sydney a few weekends ago and I met a few of the awesome people who make Reach Out so great. As for what I'm willing to offer, video content I can do, like, no problem. Fundraising, getting awareness out there because from what I've seen, like, no one in this community knows how to deal with anything.
Okay, well, I'm going to start with saying I'm Peter and I work at a school in Rockhampton. I'm a college counsellor and I'm talking about Michaela. I've known Michaela for, I think we've worked out nearly
4 years?
4 years,
Yeah,
maybe
about
even
4.
going on 5. And
That's a long time.
I've been very privileged to be a part of Michaela's journey. And sometimes that journey has been up and down, as you will already know. The fantastic thing about being a part of Michaela's journey is that I've seen Michaela grow into an amazing young woman who's inspiring. She's managed to inspire herself and she inspires others as well. She has a real passion. This passion has always been there. It's been creativity and she's always been very arty. That's something that she's
drawing your whiteboard.
Like drawing on my whiteboard. She's always been very good with writing.
I did become quite a fast writer.
So she's very good at writing. So that creativity has always been there. And what's happened now is that the creativity has blossomed out to include things like looking after horses and working with horses, working with youth in ways that may not be directly at the moment, but will be eventually, where she is producing posters that are going to be appealing to young people at school so that they can seek help if they're in a situation where they need to seek help.
You've been a pretty big part of my whole counselling team, I guess. Like, you're pretty much the start of everything. You got everything rolling in the way that I felt comfortable talking to people. I guess without you, I probably wouldn't have actually said anything to anyone because it was kind of like I was too scared to talk. And then from an unfortunate circumstance of me scratching someone, I had to come see you, which was kind of like my introduction, and you didn't seem like some big scary monster who was going to eat me or something. So you see me when I was probably lowest of lows.
Probably seen you through a few of those low times.
Those lows, you'd pretty much stay with me all day once, I remember that.
Yeah, that's right. I remember cancelling quite a few appointments.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry at all.
Sorry, oops.
No, that's okay. And I remember you being a little bit unhappy with me a couple of times when there became some points where Mum and Dad had to become a bit more involved.
Which I did hate you then, but now looking back on it, I'm actually kind of happy you did.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that's how you would actually feel in the end.
Oh no, I hold grudges.
There where you were down very low and it was very dire circumstances, I think.
I think it was at the point where everyone didn't see me coming through it. Everyone sort of seen me on the bed. They just sort of looked at me and was like, well, it was like, I'd rather not die. I think the main bit was when the doctor came in and said, Michaela, you're going to die. And they sort of they just said that I was going to die. They didn't say, well, you can do this and you're not going to die anymore. It was just, Michaela, you're going to die.
Mm.
And they said they expected me to die. It was just sort of like waiting it out. And they just said one day your heart's just going to stop beating and we're not going to be able to do anything about it because you've got yourself in such a situation, which I guess it was harsh. And I really didn't care at the time, but it was sort of like in my head, it was like, doctors tell me I'm going to die.
How dare they?
Die when I want to die, thank you.
That's right.
But it was sort of like just the proving them wrong. And then once I proved them wrong, I realised, hey, I don't really want to die. I do still have my bad days, I'll admit, but they're not as bad. They're not like the world's going to end if you don't do this sort of bad. It's kind of like I still have the perfectionist thing, but it's sort of worked out in a way that it's not as self-destructive.
Okay,
Like,
so what do you do to get through the bad days? How do you talk to yourself, or what is it that gets you through?
For me to get through my bad days, it means that I just have to do something that I want to do, not what this voice wants me to do. If I let it up, if I let my bad days rule like everything I do that day, then I'm never gonna snap out of it because it's like, well, the voice just gets to the point, well, you let me win yesterday. And then it's right, it's like I did let it win yesterday. And that's how it sort of ends up dragging up because I didn't do anything to distract it, and then it gets a tighter hold, I guess. Whereas like I might wake up one morning and it's like, oh god, I feel shit. But if I call in sick to work, like for no apparent reason, and just be like, I don't want to go to work. Like if I just do that, then it's kind of like, well, there's no point. It's like you're doing exactly what it wanted you to do. Like you felt shit, so you didn't go to work. Now you're going to be laying in your bed all day being miserable.
Feeling sorry.
Exactly, feeling sorry for yourself, which if I did that all day, then the next day I'd probably do the exact same thing. And then I start thinking about absolutely everything. And then it's like, oh, I let this happen. And I could have stopped this if I did this, but that's all in the past. Like I can't change the way anything happened because that's how it's happened. I can't go, hey, where's my rewind button? I just want to redo that. As much as I tried to find it, I looked under everything, could not find that freaking button.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you just like lay around, it's just wasting your time. And like when I turned 18, it was kind of had a bit of a wake up call because it was like mum said happy birthday, and I'm like last year I was admitted on my 17th birthday. And well, a couple of days after my 17th birthday, and I'm like, my year has been, it didn't even feel like a year. It just felt like I'd just been feeling sorry for myself, like constantly. I didn't do anything that was actually living. And like what I did do that was living was sort of like the voice was still there. Like the voice was still plotting my like decline, I guess. It was like even when I was having fun, it was like, okay, now to make up for that, you're going to do this. So like